In this video, I'm going to share with you 13 healthy habits that I'm doing this winter season in 2025. So if you're someone who tends to lose motivation in the winter, fall off track, and basically count down the days till the sun's back out, this is for you. I've coached over 500 clients over the past 3 years, and I've been on my own fitness journey for the last 13. So this is what's working for us. Number 1, get outside every day. I know it's cold and it's dark from the moment you start work till the moment you're done work, but you need to get outside. Seasonal depression is a real thing, but staying inside won't save you. Getting outside will help regulate your circadian clock, which will help you get better sleep. This will do wonders for your mood, mental health, and recovery. Aim to get outside for at least 10 minutes a day, whether that's getting some steps while you're on a work call or going for a walk after a meal. Just find the time and get it done. I know for me, this has been one of the hardest habits to implement. I work from home and I drive to the gym, so there would be times where I wouldn't go outside for a week. So that's changing in 2025, and I'm getting those 10 minutes minimum every day. Number 2, daily mobility. You should be prioritizing your warm-up routines before you exercise, regardless of the time of year, but especially in the winter. The cold weather makes us more prone to injuries, so make sure whether you're going for a jog or a workout, that you take 5 minutes to warm up your body properly. For example, you can do some dynamic stretches prior to your workout to prime your body for the exercises ahead. And throw in some foam rolling before bed to help with recovery. Some people like to foam roll prior to working out, but the research isn't too convincing that this is helpful. So I prefer to just stick to dynamic movements pre-workout and foam roll several hours post-workout. And if you hate stretching and prioritizing your mobility, don't worry, I was the same way for years, but trust me, learn from my mistakes. Skipping a 5-minute proper warm-up, and I don't mean walking on the treadmill, can save you 5 weeks or even 5 months of recovery if you actually end up getting injured, which has happened to me multiple times. So definitely don't skip your daily mobility. Third, go to bed early. Listen, that extra hour of Netflix or that extra hour of work isn't going to impact your life. But going to bed late and getting less than 7 hours of sleep absolutely will. And hey, if you struggle to go to bed early, just wake up early tomorrow and you'll be tired enough to go to bed early. Personally, I sleep from 10 to 5 a.m. That's where I feel my best. And I try to stay diligent as possible because I know how much better I feel when I get 7 hours of sleep versus anything less. The best thing you can do besides just waking up early so that you get tired in the evening is to keep your routine the same. I know some of you won't have the luxury, but try to keep your bedtime and wake up time as consistent as possible. So turn off the TV, put your computer away, and turn off your phone at least 1 hour before bed. And if you do that, your future self will absolutely thank you because now you're making so much more gains in terms of productivity and even your physical body. Number 4, work out more. I don't think this needs any fancy explanation. Most of us don't move our bodies enough. And plus, winter isn't sedentary season. It's separation season. So do an extra set, do an extra rep, do an extra day. Just get more in, because when everyone is slowing down after the New Year's hype dies, use that as motivation to crank it up. Push yourself a little harder, a little longer, maybe a little more often too. You can even implement movement snacks whenever possible. So sometimes you can't get a full workout in, and that's okay. Movement snack is essentially 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, and that's better than nothing. The goal is to get 1% better every day, and that's it. It's not about trying to get a year's worth of progress in just one day, but just doing a little bit better than yesterday. Plus, the bonus part of this, besides making faster progress, is that you can probably get away with eating more food. Personally, I like to exercise more so that I can eat more instead of exercising less and needing less food. 5, get in the routine of using the sauna. There's no better time to build the habit of using the sauna than in the winter. There is a ton of research showing the longevity benefits of sauna use, especially if you can go more than 3 times per week for at least 20 minutes. But hey, that's a work in progress. Who has the time for that? Honestly, I avoided the sauna for quite some time, even though I had free access when I worked at Equinox. But now, more than ever, it's part of the weekly routine. I go at least once per week just to help my body recover. And my favorite thing is that it's a great opportunity to disconnect. I don't bring my phone, no notifications, just sit, relax, breathe, and recharge. Number 6, you gotta manage your stress. Listen, if you're not allocating time to managing your stress on a daily basis, you're aging faster and slowing down your productivity. And that's not how you level up. So here's what I do to make sure I'm not just bottling in my emotions anymore. Every morning I meditate for 5 to 10 minutes. This helps me get used to sitting with my own thoughts, which many people struggle with. And it helps train my brain to focus better. So if you don't like silence and you opt for noise right away, or you have trouble focusing, this is definitely something you should consider. Think of it as hypertrophy for the brain. Another thing I like to do to manage stress is journal. Basically just brain dump everything that's on your mind, pen to paper, because a lot of the times we get stressed just because we have a lot on our minds. But we can copy and paste all that information so that you don't have to worry about forgetting or missing something. So meditate, journal, just 5 to 10 minutes per day, and that can change your life. 7, make a schedule, follow the schedule. It's very straightforward, but often overlooked. So one of the most common mistakes I see is people setting and forgetting. Set a goal and forget about it, or you actually negotiate with it. And by goal, that includes setting a simple goal like hitting the gym 3 times per week, and it doesn't happen. So whether you forgot or you negotiated that it was okay to do less is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, it may sound harsh, but the truth is, this is becoming a habit, and you're creating a habit of not achieving goals, and that's definitely not okay. You're better off setting small goals like hitting the gym 1 to 2 times per week and actually doing it so that you can gain the confidence to set bigger goals. And the best way to do this is to make a schedule and follow it. Your schedule is the step-by-step process to achieve your goals. Where you allocate your time and energy determines whether or not you achieve your goals. Number 8, set weekly goals. I had to add this in addition to number 7, because I think it's important. Everyone knows what their outcome goals are, but not everyone knows what their action-based goals are. For example, if you want to lose 30 pounds, what do you need to do every week to get there? You got to set weekly goals for your workouts, your nutrition, and your habits. What this might sound like is essentially setting a weekly goal of 3 workouts per week, hitting your protein every day, and getting 6,000 steps in. Those are weekly goals. These are the goals that get you to your outcome-based goal. So take your outcome-based goal, break it down into weekly action-based goals, and check those off, because now you've made a schedule and you're actually following it. And then the next thing you know, you've actually achieved your outcome-based goal of losing 30 pounds. 9, no more brain rot. This doesn't need much explanation at all. If you want to level up in 2025, you gotta audit where your time and energy is going. And if you're not where you wanna be, the doom scrolling is where I'd start. If you need to just turn on that feature on your phone where you can limit app usage, do it. Set it to 30 minutes. That way, once you hit your limit, you don't have access to the app. And if that sounds scary, that's more reason to do it. 10, cut out the negativity. A negative mindset will be the downfall of your success. If there are people in your life, or if you're watching the news, whatever it is, cut it out. You may not notice the immediate effects, but over time, you're just gonna feel down all the time, and you'll always wonder why. So don't let negative people or the media steal your goals from you, because that's essentially what they're doing. They're stealing your energy, focus, and time, and taking it away from where you should be allocating it most, which are your goals. 11, start meal prepping. The worse I eat, the less I meal prep. The two are absolutely correlated. You gotta have some form of meal prep in order to save time and eat well consistently. It's easy to just not do it and try to figure things out, as you probably already know, but that's not gonna work. That's specifically why I made no progress for 3 years at one point. I always thought I was getting enough protein, I thought I was getting enough carbs, enough fats, but most of the time I was way off. And that's why I wasn't seeing progress, despite training hard, of course. So turn off the football, the Netflix on Sundays, and prep your food. Prep your food instead, because absolutely, if you start meal prepping more, you will see more progress faster. Number 12, understand what hard actually is. It's easy to get caught up in the I train hard, but I'm not seeing any progress mentality. But often we get training hard all wrong. Listen, I used to never track the weights I used in the gym, and I always thought I was training hard. But there came a point where no matter how hard I trained, I was plateaued, because what feels hard isn't the same as what's actually required to see progress. What's required to see progress is progressive overload, which means more weight, more reps, or more sets. So going by how things feel is not accurate, because things are gonna feel hard. But in reality, what's hard and where you need to actually be are two different things. Because hey, if you're tracking your workouts, the numbers, they won't lie. So track your workouts and follow the plan. 13, last but not least, progressive overload life. This ties in perfectly with number 12 because you progressive overload in the gym. So let's use that same concept that works with life. Each week, pick one habit and make it 1% harder. If you're doing cold showers, go a little bit longer or make it a little colder. If you're doing mobility, add one new movement. If you track your macros, be a little more precise. Just 1% better every day. Progressing in other aspects besides the gym will not only help you achieve your goals faster, but it will allow you to stack small wins along the way. These wins are what keep you motivated and in momentum throughout the year. So stack wins and crush winter 2025 following these 13 habits. And hey, the ones that stick, keep them for the rest of the year. Lifestyle habits are what allow you to actually sustain progress that you've made. So if you like this video and it inspired you even just a little bit, go ahead and immediately implement at least one of these habits right now. Because information without implementation is just noise. And if you want to see how I helped my client Andrew actually implement better lifestyle habits and help them lose 40 pounds in 10 months, just click here now.